Well, hello there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life early this morning. We're doing the shows different times, but you can always watch them anytime you'd like. By the way, if you're new here, I want to take this opportunity to personally welcome you and thank you for joining Inspirations for Your Life show. If you're coming back, well, welcome back. It's always great to have people that enjoy the show and like the content and want to make this a part of your life. All right, guys. If you are new here or not, be sure to check out believemeachieve.com. That is after the show is over. That's believemeachieve.com. And you can get my short form content, my long form content, all kinds of great stuff, even my articles. So go ahead and check that out. Reels, much more. And oh, yeah, if you're thirsty, I just had breakfast not too long ago. Feel free to get yourself maybe a bowl of cereal, something hot, something cold, maybe a drink, beverage. Could be nuts, fruit, yogurt, whatever it is, sweet, tart, healthy or not, that's up to you. Without any further ado, let's kick the show off. But before I do, I want to let you guys know the master topic is. So the master topic is everyday wisdom on doing what's right. We have to do what's right even when no one is watching. Daily choices that shape your integrity was, I think, an important point. And so that's why I made it the granular topic for today, daily choices that shape your integrity. Series 4, show 44, episode number 4. Without any further ado, guys, let's kick the show off. So welcome to another episode of Inspirations for Your Life. Again, it is so great to be with everyone today. I hope you're all doing well. And I'm your host, John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm an engineer, marketing specialist, award-winning video producer, respected podcast host, business coach, dedicated graduate student, and above all, a passionate lifelong learner. Every week, I bring you my rich experience and relentless, yes, that's right, guys, my relentless and respected information that I know will make a very big difference in your life. And I think that's an important thing, to understand is experience and also my curiosity to help you unlock the wisdom and the energy that you need to thrive in today's fast-moving world. Now, we all want to survive, right? So before we can thrive, we have to survive. But now once we survive, we have to thrive, right? That's the key, right? We don't want to just live life. We want to really enjoy every moment, every beat of our heart, every breath. So whether you're aiming for workplace breakthroughs, personal growth, or perhaps leadership mastery, my blend of expertise and heartfelt motivation will inspire you to elevate your life, celebrate your progress, and turn obstacles into opportunities. Daily choices that shape your integrity is what it's about today on season 4, show 44, episode number 4. Wow, guys, in just a few months, we're going to be out of season 4. That means we'll be on the air 4 years. I can't believe that. And we'll be starting our 5th year in January on January 1st, 2026. Wow. So number one, doing what's right begins with no one else. Meaning that when no one else is looking, you still need to do what's right. So true integrity lives in the moments others never see. When nobody's watching, our smallest choices and hunches reveal the depth of our true character. Returning lost money, speaking honestly in private, or helping someone without notice, these everyday actions lay the foundation for your reputation and self-respect. A quick story here. My mom had a dry clean plant for many years since I was in second grade through, I think it was 2004. So they had it for quite a while. And, sometimes we would find money in people's pockets. It could be $1, it could be $50, $100. And we would put it in a little lookie bag. And then we would call the customer and tell them, look, we found money. We found a wallet. We found credit cards. We found cash. I'll tell you the times that I would bring things to the dry cleaner before we had our store. And, maybe grandma gave me $50 or $100. And I went back and like, oh, no, we didn't find anything. So it was in there, but somebody took it. Now, maybe not the owners, but maybe the people marking. And we've told the people that if you find money, okay, You need to let us know about it. You don't put it in your pocket. And those are the kind of people that we hired, kids that had that kind of integrity. So that gets me to number two. Integrity is built one uncredited act at a time. It's not the public displays that shape your moral core, but the countless little acts that go unnoticed each day. When you help out, tell the truth, or stand up for fairness with no expectation of recognition, you're strengthening your integrity muscle for life's big challenges. That's right, guys. It's a muscle. And just like other muscles you work out in the gym, you need to work out your muscle that is your integrity muscle. Number three, fix the small wrongs. Big ethics grow from small habits. Don't ignore the little slips or the missteps, even when they seem trivial. Every time you fix a mistake or correct a minor wrong, you're teaching yourself to uphold your true values. These micro corrections shape your ethical habits and prepare you for major decisions in life. Number four, guys, the quiet no is often louder than the crowd's yes. Saying no quietly when pressure or popularity pushes for a yes is a powerful act of courage. It's in these moments, turning down gossip, refusing unfair advantages, declining shortcuts, that your true resolve echoes louder than any public approval ever could. Number five, guys, real strength is choosing fairness over favor. Authentic power comes from treating people justly. Regardless of what's personally convenient, fairness means giving everyone equal consideration, even when favoritism would make your life easier. When you choose what's equitable, you command true respect. Um, Number six, when you admit a mistake, and not everyone likes to admit a mistake. I know when I was younger, I never liked to admit a mistake, but when you admit a mistake, it actually helps build your character, right? Your character levels up. And owning up to errors is a badge of growth, of honor, and it's not shame. Honest self-reflection and apology show emotional maturity and the willingness to learn. Sometimes, we make a mistake, but we do it, purely, let's say, accidentally. It's still a mistake, right? Each time you admit fault, you unlock new opportunities for trust and deeper relationships. Number seven, guys, what you tolerate today becomes your standard tomorrow. And I want to talk about something I said yesterday, and that is, you might think if you're around people and they're saying things and you're just like, I don't want to get involved. Well, I got news for you. If you're around people and those people are paying attention to you, or you're paying attention to them, or vice versa, and they say something and you don't agree with it, but you're quiet, right? Like a lot of times in grammar school and high school, like, oh, you can hang around us, you just have to be quiet, can't say anything. So what that basically means is, when you're there and they're doing something and you don't agree with it, but you have to keep quiet, that means that you're silently agreeing or consenting to it. Pretty nasty trick, isn't it? That's why older kids will say, you can hang around us, but you just can't say anything. That means that if you're going to hang around us, you have to keep quiet. And by keeping quiet, that's a standard saying that you agree. Yeah. So if you don't agree with something and you can't speak up, get out, get away from them. Allowing small lapses or accepting the unacceptable sets the stage for your future norms. Raising the bar today by being mindful of what you let slide, because tomorrow, guys, those choices will either elevate or they're going to lower your standards in life. And I think that's important for us to realize, is we always want to be better, right? But sometimes life, well, it throws a monkey wrench and we get a wire like, oh, which way we got to go, right? Number eight, doing right doesn't always shine. It often steadies, though. Ethical choices aren't always glamorous or praised. More often, they provide stability and calm in your life, anchoring your journey in values that sustain you through the tough times. Number 9, guys, the truth doesn't need defending, it needs living. Let your actions reflect truth rather than constantly having to defend it. When you live with honesty and transparency, your life itself becomes a testament to truthfulness. That's right. Number 10, guys, you can't fake conscience for long. It exposes itself eventually. Even if you try to put on a moral facade, your true intentions will come through over time, even if you try to suppress them. Stay sincere and trust that authentic conscience always outlasts pretenses. Number 11, guys, honesty, 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 honesty. I can't say that word enough times. Honesty and integrity, honesty and integrity. Honesty pays no instant reward. So you might say, why do it? But it builds long-term trust and character. Truth telling rarely gets quick applause. Sorry. Still, it's honesty that builds the pillar of enduring trust with yourself and others. Over months and years, truthful living becomes your credibility. That's right, it becomes your credibility. Kindness is morality in motion. Every act of kindness is a live demonstration of morality. Leading with compassion, helping, listening, or giving transforms intention into visible goodness. Number 13, every shortcut you skip shapes your legacy. Choosing the honest route, even when a shortcut beckons, adds a block to your legacy. Let your record show not how quickly you arrive, but the integrity in the way you arrive, displaying that whole character of what makes you. Number 14 is one of my favorites. It's called the gossip tests because gossip tests your loyalty more than your silence does. Once you get a piece of gossip, are you going to spread it? If you are, then you're a gossiper. Refusing to engage in gossip is not just about staying quiet. It's about protecting trust. I remember so many times in grammar school, you'd say something, or mostly in high school, you say something, and you can keep this a secret. And then 5 minutes later, you would test them, it would be all over the class. So hey, you can't tell anybody about this, all right? And you told this one person, and literally within about 30 minutes, the entire freshman class knew the secret, which you didn't want it to be a secret, but you were testing it, right? Because you've been burnt many times where you've done, they're like, that's not right. Loyalty shines, guys, brighter when you safeguard others' reputations behind their back. Number 15, doing right when tired is mastery of self. We all get these moments in life where we get overwhelmed. And I think the secret to that is getting a little more rest at night and approaching everything as a stepping stone. Don't expect you have to get it all done right now, okay? I love doing my sheet and then I cross off the sheet every time. That's the best thing. And it makes you feel good when you do that. So it's not the amount of work, it's the thought process you put into when you think you have things to do. You have things to do, but don't let it overwhelm you. The toughest test of morality comes when you're exhausted or stressed. That's the truth, guys. Pushing yourself to act ethically at these times cultivates discipline and profound self-mastery. Number 16, guys, are you ready for number 16? Is this making sense to everybody? I hope it does. Decency is rarely seen, but it's always felt. People may overlook everyday decency, yet they feel its effects, a positive environment, gentle support, and mutual respect stem from small, unheralded choices. Maybe you've done a handshake with somebody for business, and maybe they've decided to now play the contract game. Well, I never signed a contract. When you shook their hand and that was the contract. Now, your whole trust for them has pretty much disintegrated. Number 17, small fairness now prevents big regret later. Being fair about the little things helps avoid major regrets down the line. Don't undervalue minor acts of justice. They save you from bigger ethical dilemmas. That's important, guys. A moral compass works best when collaborated and calibrated daily. Ethics aren't static. Examine your intentions and behaviors every day, adjusting as needed. This keeps your inner guidance strong and accurate. Number 19, guys, choosing right after failure. It counts double. Yes, it does. After a slip or a setback, making the right choice is doubly powerful. It restores lost ground and showcases your commitment to ethical recovery. Think about that for a moment. Does that hit home with everybody? I'm hoping it does. If it hits home, it means this stuff is starting to make sense with you. And a lot of things I told you, that half of life is being aware of something. Yeah, being aware to help us change it. Number 20, ethics aren't preached. They're practiced in every whisper. Even though I'm sharing ethics here, true ethics come from us embodying who we are. The real lessons in ethics aren't loud or public. They just happen quietly in our daily decisions that we make. Practice, not proclamation. Okay? This is what builds enduring virtue. Number 21, guys. Your smallest yes to good creates ripple change. Tiny commitments to goodness, helping, supporting, correcting, spread outward, inspiring others and uplifting communities in subtle but powerful ways. These are things a lot of people don't get. Number 22, staying silent against wrong makes the wrong louder. I've said this many times. Silence is not neutrality. It amplifies the wrongdoing and lets them take root. It basically says that, well, I consent to what you're doing, even though I'm not saying anything. Speak up. Your voice matters more than you think it does. Number 23, doing right when unseen is life's hidden training, okay? Each unseen action is practice for greater integrity. These moments strengthen your moral muscles, readying you for bigger tests when eyes are watching, that is. Because the practice comes when you're alone. But then when you start to share it later, you've already been tested. Number 24, real moral courage looks awkward before it looks inspiring. Standing for what's right, it can feel daunting, uncomfortable, or lonely at first. But with time, these awkward moments become stories of inspiration for others. Number 25, every ethical stand you take inspires invisible followers. People notice your convictions, even when you don't know that they're doing it. Every time you stand for values, you model integrity and inspire quiet admiration. You model integrity, you model quiet admiration. Powerful words. Number 26, guys. Don't justify wrong just because it's popular. That was the thing in high school, right? It's popular, so of course we're going to go jump off a bridge. Now, I'm being facetious, but you get my point, right? Whether it was smoking, whether it was drinking, whether it was something else, well, because it's popular, we're going to go do it. Even if it's going to harm us or hurt us, or even if it's not the right thing. Or cheating. Well, it's popular now, so we're all going to cheat. I never fell into that boat. And when I had people that were trying to push me down that boat, I just decided to terminate their friendship because I knew that my character and my morals meant more. And that's because of my parents and them, instilling that in me. It's easy to let wrong slide when everyone's doing it, right? The bandwagon effect. Oh, well, Joey's doing it, Mary's doing it, Bobby's doing it, Ronnie's doing it, Paul's doing it, right? And if they jump off the bridge, you're going to go with them too? Uh-huh. Seriously. True character is built by resisting the lure of popularity and sticking to principles. I know we all want to be popular. But if we do this for the wrong reasons, it can bite us. Number 27, sometimes doing right, it isolates you. That's your proof of progress. Sometimes you'll lose friends. Those were never friends in the first place. Acting with integrity can make you feel alone. Don't let that discourage you. Isolation often means you're leading, not following. On the ethical front, the ethical journey that is. And I know when we think about ethics, people say, well, nobody's watching, so what does it matter if I do this? Like, I've only got to do this, basically while the boss is here. That's not integrity. Or I've only got to do this when the teacher's here. That's not integrity. Right? How many times in school has the teacher said, I have to go to the teacher's room to get something? Now, everyone be quiet. Everyone keep studying. If you go back on that, your integrity is dropped. I remember the time when that would happen, and then somebody would be a lookout. Like, oh, she's coming, be quiet. That's no way to live, guys. No way to live at all. Number 28. Are you ready for number 28? It's a hard one, no pun intended. The hardest truth spoken is the purest self-respect. There's dignity in telling a difficult truth. Sometimes people don't want to share the difficult truth because they're afraid that they're going to get alienated. They're afraid they're going to get isolated. But who really cares? Stand up for what you believe in. This happened to me several weeks ago. I made a comment because somebody was doing a great thing. Didn't know that was going to lead to so much drama. Well, they decided that they were going to ignore me for the rest of the day. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because they thought that if they ignored me, that they would basically, that would set a standard. Because I was not agreeing to something, that meant that I was something else. And that's no way, guys. No way to be. Speaking honestly, okay? Speaking honestly, even when it's painful, builds deep self-respect and earns genuine trust from others. Trust. What if somebody we're trying to gain trust from just blows this off? Well, don't get upset about it. Don't get discouraged. It's one person. And I'm not saying we could change people, because that's not what I want you to do. But if we could be the example, we could be the model, there'd be enough of those good fish in the world that want to build trust and respect with us. I think sometimes you don't know until you spent a few hours with them, maybe a day with them, maybe a weekend with them. You get to learn what they really stand for. And I think that's powerful. Number 29, guys, each small moral act rewrites your inner story, or really alters your inner compass, if I'd like to say. Your ethical choices that you make shape not just your reputation, but your internal narrative. And your narrative is how you continue to live the rest of life. Make these stories ones you're proud to retell. Don't do things to impress people. Don't do things because you're trying to get in their good light. Do things because you want to do them. That's important, guys. And although that may not reward you today or tomorrow or the next day, it will reward you more powerfully and more beautifully than you ever could imagine. Number 30, guys, the world. The world around us. The world changes, mostly through invisible good deeds. Those are the things that no one sees that we're doing. It's that inner quiet every day that brings about good collectively and causes a shift in our society. It's when people don't know we did the good. Maybe they know the good, but they don't also know who did it. I think that's pretty powerful. And that's an example for us to say, you know what? I need to pass that on to other people. I need to be that example, not because I have to, but because I want to be that good example. Never, 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 never. Did I say it enough times? Never underestimate the power of your unseen moral actions. They're the sparks of real transformation. And you might say, John, how can I make a difference in the world today or tomorrow? Well, one thing is to operate from your heart. Do things for the greater good of all concerned. I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't act on. They act, well, if I do it, what am I going to get? They act on the pleasure principle, right? But just because something isn't pleasurable doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do. Sometimes we have to make a sacrifice, right? Volunteering, whatever it is. Even though you may or may not enjoy that, that sacrifice, that thing you're doing helps us become a better person. I think that's hard for a lot of people to fathom or to even realize. You know, how does that even work? And I think it's something that it's hard for some people to come to grips or come to terms with the choices, especially the choices people have to make when they're alone, when no one's around. Those are the hard choices to make, guys. The easy choices are to make when people are around because everyone's watching. Oh, well, look what he did. Look what he did. We're going to praise them. That's really no reward. That's no reward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. I invite you to tune into all of my shows. The daily inspiration for your life, the tech show on Friday, the reels, articles, and so much more by visiting believemeachieve.com. You can tune in right now after the show. You can rewatch this podcast and allow me to guide you toward a richer, more engaging, and impactful experience of what we call life. You see, ladies and gentlemen, life was meant to be lived. It wasn't meant to be put in a situation that we don't enjoy. We need to live every moment. And if enjoying a sacrifice is also part of life, then yes, the sacrifice will make everything else much richer. Have yourself a great rest of your day or evening. Be well, everyone.